Right.
You know, everybody get in office and they want to get rich and the friends get rich, but the rest of us suffer.
Right.
You know, and as if they don't understand, our tax dollars are supposed to work for us as well.
That's right.
You know, and it's typical that, you know, we have to be begging our own selves to help us.
That's right.
You know, when we got the keys, we got the key to the coffers, we got the key to the bank. That is, all the tax money that's spent in Jackson, all the tax money that's spent in Hinds County, all the tax money that's spent in Jackson Public Schools and Hinds County Public Schools is under the control of Black folk.
That's right.
Yes.
And no ifs, ands, buts about it. And I ain't saying that, you know, get even revenge type. I'm just saying that as a fact.
Right.
That's what we have. We are fact. So now why shouldn't we benefit now that we're in control?
Absolutely.
You know, we actually seem to be doing worse now that we're in control than when we weren't in control. So now this has got to change. It's got to change. You know, we got in the state, we almost 40% of the electorate, that voters out that is any statewide elected position need to understand, although we may not be able to control who exactly go into these offices, we can control who don't go.
That's right. That's right.
You know, and the ones that we put in office locally and countywide, we can help them understand you'll get one chance. And if you don't look out for us, you don't be there. You got to go. You know, so that's what intelligence is not. Again, it's not about being revenge. A lot of people we don't even know personally, especially these elected officials. You don't see them until election time comes.
Right.
And they start telling us all these lies about what they're going to do and been finna do, but it never materialized. So since this evening, I know we've been talking about, and been seeing on the news, about the strike, the bus strike. And people have been getting information from the news and from the city. But I said, wait a minute now, why not get the people who are really affected by this a chance to tell the people, the citizens, what's really going on? You know, because a lot of times the people who are actually asking for relief get painted as the villain for some reason.
Yeah.
And it's time out for that when we're in charge. So that's what this program is about. And again, this is a call-in program as they this evening tell you what they're trying to do, what they're trying to accomplish. You're free to call in 601-948-5950 and ask the question. And as they say, get it straight from the source.
That's right.
That's
Get
right.
your answer straight from the source. You ain't got to, you'll think that, hey, I don't know why I got this information. They say they striking because they want this or that. And that. Now you finna know for real.
That's right.
Man.
You finna know for real. So I got Mr. Torn here,
Yes.
Charles Torn. I got Miss Leslie Johnson here. Both of them are J-Train workers and officers. And I'm gonna give them opportunity to kind of tell you what brought them to this position and why they feel they need help.
Yeah. So we're at this time in contract negotiations, and we've been negotiating actually for several months. The contract ended 2025 December, and we've been ongoing with MB Transportation. That's the operational company. They taken over in January 1, 2024, actually. And we've been back and forth with this company since they've taken over. It's been a disrespect of our current collective bargaining agreement, which we call CBA for short. And they came in the door disrespectful, didn't want to honor the language in the contract, just simple things like uniform allowance.
Mm-hmm.
We went back and forth with them on that, had to file ULP charges and for them to honor the language. And we actually had to do what we call a sick out, walked out on them a couple times, and led to a strike back in 2024.
Mm-hmm.
And they had an aggressive disciplinary system where it seemed like they was attacking the senior operators. Of course, they were unionized. Found out later that they had a operation manager that didn't like unions, and he verbally said it in front of my vice president, and my vice president questioned him on that. And of course, he showed us in action because he was getting rid of people with his aggressive style of discipline. And so it went on for some time, and we actually had to go out on a strike in January 1. And we went on that 14-day strike then in an effort to get our voices heard. Because when you file grievance, I'm the president of ATU Local 1208 and business agent. It's a process, and it's a slow process. So, you know, people that are sent home for little or nothing, they have to sit there without a paycheck.
Now you talked about a union and I guess someone coming in. For the people to understand, who operates J-Train? Is it the city of Jackson, or are you contracted under some other company?
It's contracted. MV Transportation won the award, and they took over January 1, 2024. So they are the operational contractor right now.
So the city of Jackson pays them.
They pay the third party
to oversee the
right.
J-Train.
Right, the day-to-day processing. Yep.
Okay. So now, are you in management? Are you a driver yourself, or?
I'm a working president.
Yeah.
Our local not big enough where I can just, sit back. Some locals, they're big enough. One day we hope to be there, but right now I'm a working president as well.
So how many, if you know right off, how many employees does J-Train have? Bus drivers,
Bus drivers, I say roughly. Right now we're understaffed, so we're probably at 49 operators. Okay. We should be at 60. Okay. We've been operating like that since this company has taken over, and that's one of the issues that the company is not able to hire and retain these people because of their aggressiveness and any little thing they do. Their disciplinary system is very aggressive. Very little compassion or sympathy when people make mistakes. Right. I'm not talking about major mistakes like maybe somebody falls out of a seat and the driver get blamed for it. Okay. Matter of fact, Miss Leslie Johnson here with me now. We're fighting for her job back. I know she don't mind me saying that, but hey, we put in first step grievance, second step grievance. Now we got ULP charges, and we're gonna be pursuing that. But it's all a process. And anything that happens on these buses or paratransit, the company looks at us at fault, Okay,
so they, I guess, get rid of anybody who think they're gonna speak up about it.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, Ms. Johnson.
Yes.
Okay, so you are currently a bus driver, or they laid you off, or what's your position right now?
Well, actually, my position is they have actually turned me out.
And that means?
They have fired me.
Oh, okay.
And they have fired me because of a wire that was hanging in the street. That I never seen. And so when the bus actually hit the wire and the passenger fell off the seat, they blamed me for it. They said I was reckless driving. But I've yet to see that on paper.
Of course, the city of Jackson is supposed to keep the wires.
Of course, most definitely.
Okay, so how long have you been driving bus?
I've been driving bus almost 4 years.
Okay. And what's the average pay of a bus driver, my dad, Sean?
Well, top pay right now is $23 an hour. Okay. Starting pay like 17 and some change.
Okay. So you said 49 buses, and you really need 60 some odd?
We should be having 60 operators on. Right.
So you're trying to cover the entire city of Jackson with 49 drivers.
Correct.
Which creates a lot of overtime, and we don't have breaks at J-Train. Never have had breaks, any type of breaks. So drivers are driving 12, sometimes even 14 hours a day without a break. Now, we do have the right to stop a bus, but you got a lot of people on the bus who run into a store or a restaurant, use the restroom, and run back out. Trying to stay on time, and with the crowd behind you that's on the buses, they complaining because they want to make their next connection. So then if we want to eat something, we're human.
So you don't get breaks.
You don't get breaks.
And that really threw me when I first found this out years ago. That Mississippi don't have any kind of workers rules, where an employer has to give breaks if you work an 8-hour shift or above. But now you're saying you work a 14-hour shift and you're not expected to get a break.
No.
It's not a guaranteed break. Not a guaranteed break.
Okay. Yeah. So is this a new company that has come in and come over you? Worked there one before this? How did it go?
Well, every 3 years or so, they can get extensions. if they don't get an extension, the average contract that these companies get is 3 years.
3 years, okay.
Right. So with this current company, their contract actually ends next year, December of next year,
Right.
2027.
Okay, so with this contract, they're supposed to oversee the day-to-day operations of J-Train, that is putting people behind the wheel, so to speak, and being sure that you have enough buses to cover the routes, right?
That's right. But not just operators. It's also, we got mechanics, we got utility workers, we got parts clerk, we got customer service, we got dispatchers, we got cleaners. So we got, other departments as well that they have to manage as well.
So what's the attitude of this company with the fact that you say you president of a union now, of a union even being associated with J-Train? How do they feel about that?
Well, we believe they're union busting right now. They're not pro-union.
Okay.
All right. All we ask when they come in, if they respect our contract and treat us as human beings with dignity and respect. We hadn't got that. It's been disrespect mostly. Even during these contract negotiations, they have painted a narrative where they have been telling the public through the news media that the union is the problem why we don't have a contract.
Yet you're working without breaks.
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
They're hammering down on that. So, we've been victimized in that respect. All we ask for is a fair contract and don't tear our contract up. So they have approached MV, that is, where they want a microtransit plane, right? Those are smaller vehicles, and they want to eliminate at the same time 2 fixed routes.
Right. And I've seen, we have on the news, council members getting very aggressive about, if y'all don't go back to work, they're going to hire somebody. When in fact, they could be aggressive about being sure that you're treated like decent people. That is, when you work a shift and being sure whoever comes in and obtain this contract, that they treat you like you're human beings and citizens. You deserve breaks and that type of thing.
That's right.
But none of that happens, does it?
No. We have actually proposed that in the contract this time currently, and the company has not even agreed to it.
Because they know they don't have to.
Right, they don't have to, but yet it's still they're holding our contract up because of something they want, right? And we don't have to either.
Right.
So that's the give and take right there.
Right.
They want to change our language, but we don't have to. But they're still adamant about those things, and that's holding the contract up.
Has any of the city officials actually come out and tried to find out what your grievances are?
None have come down to our strike line. We have went to the city council when we first started strike on Tuesday, 2.5 weeks ago.
Right.
And I got on the agenda and spoke to the city council. The mayor was not present. And, of course, we expressed our concerns, and we spoke to their contingency plan, what they have in place, where they have brought in replacement drivers, as we call them, scabs.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Well, see, and again, since the city council, or the city of Jackson, the mayor and the city council, are the people who hire this management group, whoever they are, they can set the rules as to what a management group would have to do.
Absolutely. Right. Absolutely. Yeah. So Councilman Stokes has been a champion with the union. Even in 24, he stood with us. We didn't have, it was a different body of council persons then. Majority of them that's there now wasn't present in 24. So we have a new, just about a new body now.
Grizel was there.
Right, Grizel and Hartley. Bert Lindsay and Foot, he was there. Some of the others were not. Tina Clay and Brown Jones, I believe her last name is Thomas. So with that being said, we asked in 24 that this company be removed. Right. And we're asking now because Councilman Stokes, he sees and hears, we're back at it again. Right. So we're asking again that they be removed. With that being said, Councilman Stokes said that if we didn't have a contract by next council session, he was going to raise the issue to be put on the agenda that they be removed. Right. Company.
So they want to treat you like you just indentured service, I would imagine,
Yeah.
Who would come into in this day and time and not be concerned about the workers and the conditions under which you have to work.
Mhm.
You know, and again, I keep saying that, you know, when you're in charge of charge, I would say be in charge.
Mhm.
But too many times we put people downtown at the city council and even the mayor who don't seem to understand what
Right.
their real
Right.
responsibility and authority that they have. You know,
Right.
That's right.
so right now they say you max out at $23 an hour, dude.
Right. We're not even competitive wages. And that's not even the main issue, but we do want to be competitive. We
Right.
got livelihoods and everything is going up, gas,
Right.
eggs,
Right.
groceries,
Right.
just living as a whole has gone up, cost of living.
Right.
And we don't see it as unfair on the competitive wage.
Right.
But
Do you get overtime? What is overtime? So
we have time and a half, anything over 11 will give us double time.
okay.
All right. So we definitely get a lot of overtime because we like
don't
to
have a lot
drive.
of buses on the street.
Right.
So,
Yeah, so we shortage of drivers. So with that being said, so with the replacement drivers that have come in, when the mayor has waived those CDL requirements
mm,
and allowed them to come in our city and do our work while we're on strike,
mm.
it has enabled the company to maintain and hold us out on strike.
Oh yeah.
And
Right.
not bargain in good faith at the table.
So with the people that we've elected and put in office are not really fighting for you.
Right.
Yeah.
Versus the former mayor didn't allow those buses to move. Now they brought some people in, they just stood around.
Mm,
And he was a champion for us. He said, look, if those bus drivers and workers are not getting paid, neither will you get paid.
mm.
They came immediately to the table and we got things done and got back to work.
Right.
But this mayor, he's enabling them.
Right.
He's playing
Okay.
both sides.
Okay.
And he's not for us. He's for what he think is political correct. What we believe.
Mm. So, but in the meantime, you're suffering the bus
That's
driver.
right.
Not-
That's
Most
right.
definitely.
So what kind of process do you have to go through if they're gonna terminate you? Is there any type of remedies or any procedures that they have for terminating a person?
It's supposed to be procedures, but
Right.
unfortunately, that's one of the things that we're talking about. They're not going through the procedure.
Okay.
If you're gonna fire a person, you will bring them in with their union rep, let them know why
Mhm.
you are firing them or you are terminating them. But they're not doing that. They're just firing you. And I got fired over the phone through
Over the phone?
voicemail.
What, they call you and they
They-
tell you don't come back?
They called and left a voicemail and said they were separating their employment. Who does that?
Right, that's just disrespectful.
You know, it's very disrespectful. And then for not to know why you're
So they
being
didn't
termed,
give you no kind of procedure in terms of.
no procedure, no explanation, no anything. And this happened during our strike time. So
Mhm.
we feel this is a retaliation.
Right.
You take your
Right.
strong workers,
Uh-huh.
and this is what you do.
Right.
So, you know,
what feels
so you
right.
take-
That's
Yes,
right.
you take your strong workers. Man, I have nothing on my record. No accidents, no incidents.
Hmm.
I come to work. I'm one of those that work the 12 and 14 hours a
That's
day.
right.
Right,
That's
right.
That's
And so you tell me
Mhm.
that you let me go with no reason, with no understanding, no anything. And this is what we're talking about. It's
Right.
not just about the money. It's about these unfair
Practices.
that
Yeah.
you're doing.
This is going all the
You
way
know.
back to the 30s.
That's
The
right.
30s, the
You know.
20s, or the something.
So, but really, you had no recourse when they called you on the phone and said that you.
No recourse at all. I'm yet to hear anything from MV.
Oh, and who wants a job like that?
That's-
And then, you know,
And that's the thing we're
Fire
telling
you
them.
for
That's
nothing.
right. Fire you for anything. The reputation of this company has gotten out there and people are afraid to work here.
Mm.
You know, you can't plan anything. Hey, you don't know whether you might get fired for little or nothing.
Right.
So who wants to work in an atmosphere like that?
So you can go to work today and tomorrow you may not even have a job. Don't know why.
Right.
Correct.
And we've had some people, retire from J Train through the years that have gained 50 years of service,
Uh-huh.
40 years. My VP has gotten 32 years currently right now.
Right.
And if she does anything wrong, you kind of like on eggshells,
So that was seniority.
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything. They don't take that in consideration. We
Right.
got you. It's like we got you.
No matter what.
Yeah, we
No
got
matter
you.
what.
And that's not an exaggeration. We got all the paperwork to show it. And we filed that ULP, her name is on it. And we went back several months to those that they have put out on administrative leave without pay. Sometimes leave them out 5 to 10 days. And I have to call the GM and say, look, man, hey, what we doing here? How long are you gonna leave them out? They got bills to pay, you know, they got lives. Well, we're thinking about it. It's a serious accident. Wasn't even anything serious. What even and their termination, you know.
So do you have a list of requirement, a list of things that you're looking for this company to do for the white drivers or the workers?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah.
but what would that list be?
So we want competitive wages. We want better working conditions. We put those out in the proposal. We want our current contract language to stay embedded because it has some protections in there that we've gained through the years, and we're not willing to give that up. But they're sitting across the bargaining table saying, hey, we want to take this away from you. Even with our current choose-up selection, where we choose up every quarter, they want to do away with those articles and say, hey, you call in the day before from between 5:30 and 8:30, and we'll give you your assignment, what we want you to run. Versus what we can, you know, you can't even play.
So you don't even know what you're gonna be doing.
That's right. That's right. But they think that's fair. They're telling the people in the public, hey, we offer them some fair and reasonable proposal, but yet and still the union turns it down. Their reps turns it down. That's not reasonable.
Well, that's what we've been hearing.
Right.
You know, they trying to work with you, but
That's
you stonewalling them.
Right. This is not my first contract. We had a previous contractor that's not here, of course, and we was able to work with them. All right. So hey, this is the first time in history in J-Train where the union has had to go out on a strike. Not one time, but two times. Two times.
I imagine too, you want some job security. You know, there has to be some procedure.
That's right.
If a person's going to get laid off in this day and time, you know, with the economy being like it is.
Right.
So I mean, I'm in 2026. I'm kind of appalled to hear that. You know, they just call you up and fire you on the phone.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So we just don't. We're not just complaining, but what we did, we proposed something to help in a situation like Ms. Leslie's situation. So we propose a accident review board. And also some language where if you do send somebody home on administrative leave, let it be paid administrative leave.
Right.
Because they've not been found guilty yet.
Right.
You investigate.
Let's see what the scholar has to say here. Turn your volume down a little bit, caller. You on there? All right. How you doing, Larry?
I just want to tell those people that are there that you got those union people and the union leader, do not give in, period. What you need to do is just what you're doing. And please, everybody that's listening, when you go by 80 where they are, let them know you support me by blowing your let them know.
Amen.
That's what we got to do. We got to resist evil. And that's all that is, evil.
You're so right, you're so right.
I want to let them know. I want to let them know that support them totally. 200%. Only got 100,
Thank you.
Appreciate the call now.
And I know the union what it does. Let some folks know so they can help here.
Yeah.
I mean that's what needs to happen. But yeah, please, when you go by there, people, let them know you support them by blowing your horn and letting them know that you're in support. Because we gotta have public transit.
Yes.
We need public transit to be as it's supposed to be, Judge. Thank you, Judge, for taking my call. I know I done opened up the word. There's gonna be people calling now. So y'all give them good information, continue to do what you're doing. And do not give in. Don't give in to them, period.
That's right.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. Go ahead, call.
Yeah, what is the impact if you receive everything you want? If pay, better working conditions, how much would that cost the city as far as would it be an increase in the contract or in the administration of the contract? Because you say the mayor may be playing both sides. Do you think it's a financial issue for the city, or is the mayor just not pro-union? What do you think?
Good question.
That's a good question. Well, when an operational company comes in, they get a lump sum of money to operate the. We're not city employees, but we're not city employees. So the company is supposed to lay aside a lump sum of money when contracts come up, and they already know when they receive the contract, this is going to happen. And so
they bid on the contract.
yeah. So actually, this company underbid it, all right, and got the contract. So when we started negotiation, they let us know this, and they said, hey, anything we give you in wages increases, it's going to be contingent on them going back to the city and asking for more money.
So they tried to slide in
Right.
under the door, so
That's
to speak,
right.
and then come back.
That's right.
That's not good management.
That's right.
You have another one? Go ahead, Carly, you on there.
Hello, good evening. How y'all doing?
Good to hear you.
Fantastic.
Oh, it's a good day to be in Jackson, I tell you. About what Larry said, every morning I leave Jackson going to Rankin County, bring that money back to Jackson. I blow my horn at y'all.
Thank
And
you.
I want y'all to know that I'm in support.
Thank you.
And this last caller had said, and I missed it. I missed what maybe y'all did say it or not, but absolutely, John Horn playing both sides. He playing both sides with that water. He playing both sides with the airport. He playing both sides with the data center. Of course, he playing both sides with this here public transit.
Yes.
You all need a cost of living raise. And there's nowhere in the world that you all should be making what you all making, being devoted out there in their high sun, and then had to put up with the issue that you had to put up not only with the resident here in the city of Jackson, but with the potholes, the wires,
Yes.
everything that we got going on there. And to say that you all don't deserve at least $26 to $32 an hour, that's just crazy.
Yes.
I support you all. I hope that you all get exactly what you can, and y'all need to call John Horn out every chance y'all get on there, because he's gonna have to eventually show his hand and who he is support of, and it should be the people that put him there. Yeah. I don't know if y'all did, but I didn't.
I didn't.
But absolutely, and Attorney Chapter, you know, this is the #1 show on the radio. You already know. And so,
Thank you so much.
Y'all have a good night, and y'all keep holding out this as long as y'all can. All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
What Thorne, you just enlightened me when you said you're not city worker.
No,
Right.
I'm not city employees.
Right. No.
Okay. So you actually under the contract of this
Right.
company.
Whatever company comes in, that's what we work for at the time.
My goodness.
That's
You know, a lot of people don't know that.
Yes.
You know, they hear J-Train and they think,
Yeah.
okay, you're a Jackson employee.
No, J-Train is just a generic name for the bus system.
Okay. So, I mean, just to ask for decent working conditions, that seem almost absurd to even be on the table in 2026.
Right.
You know, the drivers get fired for nothing.
For little or nothing, yeah.
Right.
It doesn't even have to be anything grievous, just little or nothing. That's what this company has been practicing. Their 6-point system, they're still trying to propose that at the negotiation table. And that's what had us on strike in 24.
See what this caller had to say. You know, and as you see, when people calling in, once they get to know what's really going on, because a lot of times misinformation is what we've been getting
right.
all the time.
Right.
Go ahead, caller, you on there.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Okay. I knew when I was waiting for it to be revealed that the workers are not city employees, the city put this in did this contract out and no longer made the J-Track workers city employees to save money.
Mm-hmm.
The city has revealed to us the city now has no money, just as Harris County, but neither one of them have any money. All of this college is struggling for money. With that being said, if the city can't give a raise to the employees because they're not city employees.
Mm-hmm.
The city would have to increase the amount of money to the contractor.
Right.
And then it's still up to the contractor to give the money to their employees.
And there's nothing that says they have to do it. You're right, Carla. You're right.
Nothing the city has to do with it. Nothing the city has to do with it. And it is disingenuous and misleading to the general public, the route that this conversation is going. And then if you increase the contract, not only do the employees get more money, but also the contractor gets more money.
Mm-hmm.
So the city negotiated this contract, and it is up to the contractor to fulfill the contract by any means necessary, or they will get sued. They will get hit with their bond.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, now I'm not saying to the people on strike that I'm against you, and I'm not saying that I'm for you. But what I have to say is, and I'm just being frankly honest, the city of Jackson has no money, and this budget cycle is set, and we have other far more things that are far more important, in my opinion, to me, than to give a contractor more money for them to take out of the city of Jackson, because that's what they're going. This contractor is not from Jackson, so I think that you are just in a bad situation. You no longer work for the city. You're no longer on PERS. You're not. You're just not.
You're making some good points there. You're making some good. Hold on a second. I'm going to let you respond to that. You know, the fact that this contractor got getting. Well, I know for a fact the city ain't broke, but anyway, you know, what's your take on what he just said?
Well, there's some truth to that.
Mm-hmm.
The management company is responsible for providing these wages. When this company took over the contract, they knew what they was dealing with for money wise, right? But they're wanting to withhold that money and keep it for themselves. They're a private entity, so they're in for profit.
So there's nothing that says if the city, let's just say the city gave them a few $1 million, there's nothing that says that they have to share that with the workers.
Well,
amen.
There's nothing in factual saying they have to share it, but we work. Now, when our contract comes up, if they're not wanting to increase us, that poses a problem for them as well, because they can't meet the professional services. They can't hire people. People will go elsewhere where their competitors are, because they can make more money.
Also, what happens is if the city pays more money to this contractor to operate this contract, when we bid it out, we're just going to find somebody else who's going to do it for the same price or cheaper. It goes to the lowest and the best bid. That's how it is.
That's the way it goes.
You sit here and you voice your concerns are with your employer, and you have to make a decision for your household.
Well, you're making some good points there, Carl. I want to let Ms. Johnson. What's your response to that?
I wanted to address him. He's basically saying more about the money.
That's right.
I want people to realize, and the public to realize, it's not just about the money.
That's right.
We're saying we want better work conditions.
Right.
It is no way that some of the people even know that we have had female drivers to get attacked by the public, and we have no security.
Right.
We have no concerns from MV to say that, hey, I need to protect my female driver. Well, all of our workers, but just mainly our female drivers.
Right.
But we had a female driver to get hit in the mouth by a guest. And only thing that the company could say is, are you still able to run your route?
My goodness.
No consideration, no feelings, no anything. That's what we're talking about.
That's
It ain't
called-
just about the money.
That's right.
That's called modern day slavery.
Yes.
What that is. Let's see about this caller here. Go ahead, Brother Walsh, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much for the call. You know, I didn't begin with the show, but what I heard is that it appears to me that the union and the communists are they in arbitration? Are they getting what things down? And if so, doesn't the union being represented by an attorney or attorneys? And I'm curious to an extent to which the attorney has given advice to the things that should be said. I'm just curious. I'd like to know. Are they
Okay,
represented?
Brother Torn will address that. Thank you, Walsh.
No, we're not in arbitration. We're in negotiations. All right. So I'm a primary negotiator. Of course, I'm a union official. We have our international vice president at the negotiation table and other parties from international. And we also have our legal in the background that doesn't physically sit at the table. So we negotiate contracts through those channels there. We're not in arbitration. We're in negotiations. And that's a big difference between arbitration and negotiation.
Right.
Well, people are getting a better understanding just from what you said here, you know, that you're not city employee.
Right.
You know, because in the last number of years, the city of Jackson has been going through a lot of contracts to contract out what used to be city services.
Right.
You know,
That's
that
right.
these people were actual city employees.
That's right.
You know, but we've had elected officials to find out this by going out and getting contracts that they could gain too.
That's
you
right.
know.
That's right.
And we've seen that with the FBI coming in, but
yeah.
you know, not that contracting out is automatically a bad thing.
Right.
However, but what you're saying, as you said, Ms. Johnson, you want to be treated like human beings.
That's right. That's
You
right.
know,
Right.
to have some job security.
That's right.
You know, and if you work, you should be getting paid.
Yeah. That's
Right.
right. That's right.
I get it. Go ahead, call you on there.
Hey, Judge, I had to call you back to say this right here because that call that came on after me, that conversation just didn't sit right with me. And the reason for it is the fact that I want to ask that caller, do you have a mother? Do you have a sister who driving that bus without a bathroom break? Do you have a sister, a wife, or somebody on the job that's coming home and tell you that how they got attacked by people
That's right.
that's in this city that you driving around, and then you got to go all these many routes, these many hours without a bathroom break, and if so, you got to hurry up and go use the bathroom and come back 5-10 minutes later. You know, after the condition. Work condition is more important than money. We want money
That's right.
too, but
Right.
we also want to feel to be. We always want to be on the job, and we feel important, being still, and then we are human. So you think about that.
That's it. That's it.
Caller, when you call in and you asking them about, you don't care, you ain't got no dollar in fight. We all got dollar in fight.
Right.
So,
Right.
to be caring about our human
That's
human partners, other people that work with us, living and driving in our community, that work in our community. We all should be concerned about those transit workers because today is them, tomorrow is us. You know,
That's
we
right,
just never
right.
know.
Thank you,
So
sister.
think
Thank
about that. Think about that. Do you have a mama? Do you have a sister? Why you want to call and talk about the money?
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
Go ahead,
I
sister.
agree.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
call. Go ahead, call you on there.
Yes, sir. I was listening to the show and I wanted to call and congratulate the union members. I did about 32 years with General Motors. I was on the vehicle for the local 698 UE. And I want to let you guys know, man, we did so I want to get you all. Y'all be saying, man, if you understand, they're telling you a fall for anything.
Correct. Correct.
Appreciate your
And
call.
make some tape in which y'all the tier that you all have was $17 for one and $22 for the other one. If the ones that's doing 17, they doing the same job. Everybody should make the pay same price.
That's
Right.
I agree with that.
Thank you for your call.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Carl.
Yes, I have a question. Why does everyone keep saying that Jackson is broke?
That's a good one.
The other question is, how come if Jackson is so broke, why can't anybody try to figure out where the money is? Where are all these audits that are supposed to be taking place?
Right.
Now, that's putting it where it is. Sis. Thank you very
Okay.
much for your call. Thank you. That's on the money right there.
That's it.
Go ahead, Carl. You're on there.
How come if Jackson is so broke, why can't anybody?
Let's see. Did I pick up that other call?
There is no.
If I cut you off, caller, please call back. But now that's putting it where it is right there.
That's where it's at.
All we talking about, all you ever hear is we broke
That's it.
with hundreds of millions of dollars, you know. Now, for instance, and I make this very plain, I try to. Now, when the city of Jackson paid $33 million to a law firm,
Mhm.
when we have a city legal department,
That's right.
you know, and then they want to talk about, they could have given everybody in the city a $10,000 raise.
That's right.
Go ahead, caller.
Yes, I wanted to know if they have, if the strikers have a handbook they go by, or if they have bylaws or whatever, a booklet that they go by with all their rights in it.
Did you have a worker's handbook or whatever they call it?
Yeah, we have a CBA, what we call collective bargaining agreement, that lists regulations and do's and don'ts. And also as a union, we have constitution and bylaws. Yes.
Okay, have they not gone by those bylaws, what you all have in your handbook or whatever?
Well, the contract is what the company is supposed to abide by. Many a time it's been violated. And that's why we're fighting now, because of, violations. And the strike is not just about the contract. It's about other violations as well, firing people unjustly and so on.
Is AFL-CIO joining you all in this fight?
Yeah, the AFL-CIO president himself, the local AFL-CIO president, is down just about every day on the strike line.
Right.
You may see the white fellow on the sideline with us. He's been in the media with us. He's been on the strike line with us. He's been supporting us monetarily and materialistically, every way that's imaginable. He's checking in, even if he's not out there daily.
Thank you for your call, caller. Yeah. Go ahead, caller. You on there?
Judge, thank you, man.
Reverend Jackson, how you doing?
Doing good, Judge. Judge, I want to say this to all of our radio listeners. What's done in the dark will come to the light.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say to the union, hold what you got. I know it looked dark. Before there was you, there was him.
Mm-hmm.
When I went to jail, so they had almost black police officers. They didn't have no black bus drivers.
Absolutely.
We went to jail for you, and I'm 88 years old. I'm willing to go to jail for you tonight.
All right, then.
I hate to see black woman. I don't know, does she have children, or is she hungry tonight, or what? Baby, you put tears in my eyes. And I'm sending a message to all of them that been doing you all wrong. If you are a city official, you got to go.
Yes.
You must go.
You have to go.
Not tomorrow. You need to be gone tonight.
Well, that's truth right there. That's truth right there, Reverend Jackson. Yeah, that's true.
Jared,
Yeah.
you have always told us And you said just a few minutes ago about that 30 million. What about all them other million y'all done stole down there? You could have given this to these people.
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Right.
And sweetheart, that's just a bunch of baloney they talking about that why.
Yes.
You know, they do anything to try to make you look like you don't know what you're doing.
That's right. That's right.
And working 14 hours.
Yes.
Without a break.
Work that long, but we was enslaved.
Right. Without a break. Now, think about that.
Without a break. And let me say this, and I'm gonna let you go, Jerry.
Uh-huh.
Reverend Pat used to drive bus.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
Larry,
I know.
Robert Charles
Yeah, Larry just retired. Yeah,
used to drive bus.
I know.
Right.
I know Miss Cooper. Yeah, yeah.
And I used to let those fellas use the restroom at my house, dude.
Yeah.
Because they didn't have, it was tough back then, it wasn't on you.
Right.
Y'all hold what you got.
Thank you.
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you. Thank you.
If we went to hell freeze over, after hell freeze over, we'll skate on ice.
That's
All right then.
Come on,
Thank
man.
you.
City Hall to be cleaned up.
That's right.
Right.
And I got my eyes on a whole lot of them down there, dude.
That's
And we
right.
ain't clean.
Make it plain. Make
We
it plain.
need some more leadership. You talk the talk, but you ain't walking the walk.
That's
Man.
I keep telling y'all the hungry dog is in the smokehouse. And
Yeah.
y'all don't want to believe me.
Well, we're going to hear you sooner or later,
Eat
Reverend.
up all of me.
Right.
Thank you, Jerry.
Appreciate
Now,
your
I
call,
wanna holler
man.
at Judge, let me holler at my favorite niece there in Rankin County. Penny, if we need to get everybody together, get this lady some money, let's do it. Because I don't know if she have children. I don't know if she ate. I don't know. Better have you ate today.
They fed me a little something, Reverend Jackson.
All right. Listen, I don't want you to go without.
All right then. I appreciate that.
Me and David Alfred stand on the corner with a guy and said, we'll get that one.
All right then.
Appreciate the Reverend.
Thank you.
Now he gonna put it like it is, but you
That's
know,
right.
you know, in this day and time, man,
Yeah.
you know, that's why I said it's so
Sad.
important for the
Sad.
people to really know what you're going
That's
through.
right. Yes.
Because you know, all of a sudden they want to paint you as greedy. You just want to raise.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that you're working
Yeah.
8 and 10 and 12,
Yeah.
14 hours without a break.
Without
Right.
a break.
You
And
know?
there's no guaranteed breaks, you know. Like they said, well, you got breaks. No, it's not a guaranteed break. You don't pull over, enjoy your meal. You
Right.
don't pull over without rushing out, running out, and somebody cursing you out. And they don't have. I had a lady. I pulled up at the terminal downtown before the strike started, and I said, "Y'all, give me 1 second. I'm gonna go to the Greyhound over here and use the restroom." She said that, "How long are you gonna be?"
Oh man, that ain't a big thing.
Yeah, yeah,
But that's what you have to go through now. That's the meaning.
that's right.
That's the meaning. Go ahead, Carl.
Yeah, Judge, I had to call back to clarify what I was saying.
Mm-hmm.
What we need to do, not only blow for them, but we need to raise some funds for them for the strikers
That's
in
Yes.
regards to it. Now, I know the union provided some money for striking workers, but we need to raise some money for the union as well as the striking workers.
Yeah.
Right now, every
right.
day you need to stop by there and drop off a little bell or little something or whatever. That's what you need to do.
Thank you,
So
brother.
come through there and drop some money off to whatever it is up there.
That's
In here at Deptford.
That's
That's what I
Appreciate
wanted to mention, Jeff.
Yeah, okay, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah.
Go ahead, Carl.
How you doing, Judge?
I'm good. Thanks for
I'm calling
calling.
back because I was actually called back. Too often in our community, we lead with emotion. If it was an emotional answer that could bring forth these people or any person what they wanted, man, we all be ready. But what we should lead with is knowledge and information. The Bible says the people perish from a lack of knowledge.
Well, that's why you're on air right now with this program, brother.
That's right.
That's
right.
good.
That's right. That's right. Now, if clearly there is no legal remedy that these contractors, I'm gonna call y'all contractors, not as a sign of disrespect, as a motive to put this conversation in proper perspective. If these contractors had a legal remedy, they wouldn't be on the side of the road. They wouldn't be on this radio. They would be in the courtroom. And
Well,
the reason why it needs to be
you're right about that.
because there is a contract. And because there is a contract, the city of Jackson has nothing to say because it is about the four corners of that piece of paper that the city of Jackson signed with their contract.
I'm getting down to the end of my program. I need to do this. I'm sorry to cut you off, right? But I'm getting down. I only got a couple of minutes. But let me say something here, because I don't want nobody to leave out of this, like I say, ignorant about it.
That's right. That's right.
Now, the thing that should have been done before they found themselves in this position is that our city leaders should have demanded anybody who's going to contract with the city of Jackson and put our citizens to work. These are the conditions that has to be written into your contract, your proposal, or your offer to the city. That's what we put people downtown for, people. Yeah. They're supposed to be the ones who got all these ideas, and we're going to do this and we're going to do that. But when the rubber hit the road, as they say, we left out holding the bag.
That's right.
Now, but when this company decided to bid on this contract, if the city of Jackson, I'm talking about our city leaders, the one we put in office down there, if they had told any of them that's bidding, look, you got to have in your proposal where a person who works for this under this contract with you, that they have job security.
That's right. That
you have a procedure by which you're going to lay somebody off, and it has to be a reason.
Right.
These people deserve to have breaks. And you're going to have nobody working an 8-hour shift with no break, let alone a 10-hour or 12-hour or 13-hour or 14-hour. Right. So this is what I'm trying. This is why they're here tonight. As I say, well, people can get a clear understanding of what they're going through, and they shouldn't be hemmed in because they said they didn't agree to this contract.
No.
Right. The people who made this contract is with the city of Jackson.
That's right.
And the people who had the control and still does is the city of Jackson.
That's right.
And they're the ones who should be standing up for these workers because they're citizens and taxpayers just like the rest of them.
Correct.
So just because they have a job don't mean that they should be at the mercy of some contractor who trying to skimp a dime or a dollar. So I appreciate y'all coming tonight, Mr. Thorne and Ms. Johnson.
Thank you.
And we're gonna keep this thing going because people gonna understand what this program is all about.
Oh yes.
And I appreciate the call, all y'all that called tonight, and keep calling because what you thinking out there, some others are thinking.
That's right.
And the idea is that we get informed. We're not dumb and we're not stupid. I keep saying that we've been uninformed, we've been ignorant, but we're gonna cure that.
That's right.
Oh yes.
Take us out, Lady Cherie.